Oh, that's one.
ago, but
It's one.
just tell me what's going through your mind and your heart right now.
So today, I imagined it for weeks now. It's still not what I imagined. I think I didn't expect to be such a toxic environment, to be sitting in a room with this level of toxicity. And I've actually made that. I sit there and take notes, and some of it I'm just recording my own feelings because they're surprising me. I felt really sick. I just felt very nauseated, and so that was hard. But I also, my prosecutor is so great, Cheryl Temple from Ventura. I knew that this was just about us, so I could care less about DeAngelo. I just wanted that time with Cheryl as she read what happened to my dad and Charlene, and that was powerful for me to just. She's had our best interests at heart this whole time, so to know that we had that connection and that's what mattered in that moment, that was everything.
Absolutely, and I know you tweeted about all these survivors and you gathered ahead of this.
Oh, we
hearing,
did.
You know, to talk and be there for each other. What is this sense of support mean for you?
You know, that's actually interesting because the way I have to congratulate Sacramento on putting this together really well, because I had imagined this being much more dystopian than it is. So I think they did an excellent job of bringing us into the room. What's hard for me personally as an extrovert is all my crew is kind of behind me, and as you notice, it's so important for the rape victims who are referred to as Jane Does, they're standing. And the reason they're standing is they want everyone to know the power is telling your story and to not be okay with being a Jane Doe, to own this because it's not shameful. The shame is on the perpetrator. And so I think you'll see today everybody stand up one at a time as their charges are read, and then we'll all gather and stand for one of the victims who's in the hospital right now. We're really worried for her, and so we said we're all going to stand for her on her behalf. Powerful.
Absolutely, and talking about that powerful moment and just the moments that are going to unfold throughout the day, what is your message for other people who are victims of crimes like this, you know, or just in general for this case?
My number one thing for any survivor of trauma is you need to talk. Talk, or whatever your creative outlet is. Express yourself however you can. It could be art, it could be any kind of craft, anything that starts to get your story out. There was even a woman here this morning protesting. Didn't necessarily agree with her point of view, but I felt the power of her protesting. And if that works for her, that is important. So there are so many people who have lived with trauma, particularly women in sexual assault. Reach out to any of us. We're all available. You can find us on social media, but tell us your story, and then we can point you to different people who might be able to share that story with others or to help you move through it, because you shouldn't have to go through this alone, but you also need to know that once you start to let the story out, it will make you strong.
And hearing him say guilty, I admit, what was that like for you?
He did it. I'm disappointed that this man who was so powerful and did so many things can't even sit up to the table like his mother would tell him if he was 5 years old. Sit up, speak clearly. No, he's doing this act. So there you go. He leaves as he came in, as a coward and a shameful human being.
The fact that the crime against your stepmother is what broke this case.
Right.
That must make you exceptionally proud.
Yeah, I do feel proud, which is kind of weird because she made this incredible sacrifice to do that. But I do feel proud. I feel particularly proud of Ventura County. I feel particularly proud of our forensic investigator coroner who thought to get 2 samples, and that we kept those samples so the chain of custody was clean. So there's a lot of reasons for me to feel proud about how people behaved. At the same time, I'm so sick of what it took, what she had to sacrifice to get to this point.